What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pause Reset Play. In this video I'm going to talk about the Escalation Protocol Shotgun. This is the Ikelos SG. You can get this weapon by beating the level 7 Escalation Protocol boss. It has been made slightly easier with the most recent update, lowering that from 400 light down to 385. Still very much a challenge though. You're going to want to get in with at least 6 people. The more the merrier though. If you can get 9, it'll be that much easier to beat the boss. But this is a pretty rare drop. I have seen people take quite some time to get this weapon. I was fortunate to get it pretty quickly, so I wanted to make a video looking at the weapon, talking about the perks, and going over what's really one of the best PVE weapons that you can get. So let's take a look at the signature perk. This is a full auto shotgun, 8 shots for a magazine. It reminds me of Found Verdict in that sense, where it's full auto, rapid fire. I think this might shoot even faster than Found Verdict did from Destiny 1. But very much a high DPS weapon here. In the first column, rifle barrel, hammer forged, or polygonal rifling. Based on what people have said, it looks like hammer forged is probably the best to go with. It doesn't really make much of a difference here other than it increases the handling quite a bit. So I'll probably go with that one. If there's a better perk here, let me know though. I'm always open to suggestions. The second columns here, second and third columns, trench barrel. This is one of the unique perks for this weapon. After a melee hit, not a kill, but a melee hit, you get increased damage, accuracy, and handling. But you do lose some range though. The big thing here is though, like I mentioned, you don't need to get a kill with a melee, just a melee hit. And it does increase the damage quite significantly. I'll show in this video some of those differences with that trench barrel versus without it. Tactical mag in the third column, increased stability, increased reload speed, and slightly increases the magazine size. So that's what gives you those 8 shots. In the fourth column, you can pick between either moving target, which is increased movement speed, or threat detector, increase reload, stability, and handling when enemies are in close proximity. I guess that's your preference. I like this one, moving target, just because I like to kind of move a little bit faster. But that's kind of what I'm going with there. The weapon, like I mentioned, is really one of the best weapons you can get in PvE. So let's see how it performs. I came in here to the Leviathan raid. This is the prestige mode, so these guys are a little bit higher health. So we'll walk up and get a point blank shot here on this guy. This is without the trench perk. So we'll zoom in. 2 shots to kill him, and it may have been difficult to see there, but each shot did approximately 3,040 damage there. So shreds orange enemies. This thing, if you hold the trigger down, it's going to shred high difficulty bosses and yellow bar enemies with ease. So that was without the trench perk. Let's see how it does with the trench perk. Alright, so we're back. Last time we saw how the weapon did without the trench barrel perk. This time we're going to melee this guy first and see how much damage it does. So we just took him out pretty quickly. I want to get away for a second here so we can talk about that perk. Alright, so again, this is the prestige raid, so those guys are a bit stronger. In the first instance there, without the trench barrel, we did approximately 3,000 damage. If you notice there, it might have been hard to see, but with the trench barrel perk activated, we did nearly 4,500. So roughly a 50% increase in damage when you have that perk active. So you can imagine if you're stacking that with either melting point from the Solar Titan, or if someone else in your group is running tractor cannon. I made this weapon void damage for that very reason. You can imagine how if you stack those perks on top of one another, how much damage this weapon can do. Absolutely melts enemies in PvE. Very much a weapon that I'm going to have in my arsenal at all times. So in my opinion, this actually feels like an exotic weapon, to be honest, like many of the Escalation Protocol weapons do. This feels like an exotic weapon that you're getting with a legendary weapon. So very much one that if you're fortunate enough to get this from the level 7 boss, by all means, please use it out, try it out, let me know what you think. As we're talking here, I'm going to make this a Vanguard Masterwork and see what we get from that. So very slight increase to the stability by doing that. Definitely think it's worth it. I am curious to try this out in Crucible too, so if somebody's had it for a while and you've used it in PvP, let me know, let us know in the comments if this also has similar merit to use in the Crucible. But make no mistake, this is one of the best weapons you can get for PvE. Let me know in the comments what you think, and most importantly, thanks for watching.